I'm with one of those leading the front as Jim Anderton joins us. Jim, so what is your main argument against what the Anglican Church is trying to do so?
Well, apart from the fact that the Christchurch Cathedral is one of the most iconic historic buildings in New Zealand and is eminently capable of being made safe and restored, the fact is that in our view, and our legal advisors' view, the church trustees have no right legally under their own trust deed or the Act of Parliament on which they operate to demolish the cathedral if it can be saved. And we believe it can, and the Court of Appeal is ruling on that matter as we speak.
Are you confident that the court will decide in your favour, Jim?
Well, whenever you take a legal action, you're always confident, otherwise you wouldn't take it. But the decision ultimately is the court's, and we'll know about that in something like 4 to 6 weeks' time.
All right, the Anglican Church has said that it could cost up to $220 million to restore in up to 22 years. What do you say to those that argue that this is just going to cost far too much and take too much time?
Well, if you want someone to agree with you, you make the alternatives ridiculous, and that's what the church has done. There's no basis for these costs. I mean, they say they're going to build theirs in 7 years, and now it's going to take 22. Who says? We don't say that. We believe, and we'll have costings out this week which will show that we can restore and rebuild the cathedral that's there at the moment for about the same price as the new church's ideas will cost. So once we get that on the table, then all this ridiculous costing of think of a number and triple it will cease to have any credibility.
Structurally, how severe is the damage to the Christchurch Cathedral?
Well, it's been damaged, no doubt about that, and in some places quite severely. But by world standards, if you looked at this building in Europe, I mean, the Dresden Cathedral was levelled. Every stone was gone. And they picked them all up, blackened as they were by 1,000 degrees centigrade heat, and put them back in the building. And they rebuilt it, just finished it actually, took a long time. By normal standards anywhere in the world, this building would not be seen to be seriously damaged, and it could be repaired anywhere and would be. And it's amazing that New Zealanders travel all around the world to look at these sort of buildings and in awe and how marvellous it all is, and they've got one right in the middle of their own city, and they're facing the fact that it might be torn down by a steel ball.
Jim, obviously this issue has a long way to run. I thank you very much for your time for coming into the studio. Cheers.
Pleasure.